I'm Joseph Swanson, and I'm the lighting manager at Magic Kingdom Park. I received my MBA and Masters of Management and Leadership from WGU. My shift normally begins when guests are leaving the park. That's when my team floods forward and starts our work. We fix all of the power and lights throughout the entire park. Our icons are some of the most photographed areas in the world, and we want them to really shine for our guests. Being able to create that magical experience for literally millions of guests every year is an absolute joy. What really piqued my interest in engineering was joining the military. Back in 2009, I joined the United States Navy as a nuclear electrician's mate. Served on the USS John C. Stennis for 4 years, 2 deployments out to the Arabian Gulf. Fast forward to 2015, I went into the private sector, into a job that, while it was technically challenging, it wasn't challenging me in the right ways. I felt like where I wanted to go was in leadership and management. So I found WGU and started the MBA program. Shortly thereafter, I saw the opening for Engineering Services Manager at Walt Disney World. So I just put in the application. Disney liked me enough to hire me. Continued my schooling the entire way, never missed a beat, and started my career with Disney. The MBA and the MSML, both of them are 2 different sides of the same coin, but they help tremendously in translating what it is to be an engineer or a technician into being a leader of an engineer or a technician. I'm very proud of my military service and very proud of the brothers and sisters that I serve next to. I think that Military Appreciation Month is taking time to really appreciate those who served and those who fought for our freedoms and liberties. I think that any working person should know that WGU is an absolute flexible program. For your life, for your career, it helps you springboard to the next level.
Before I was a nurse, I started out as a nursing assistant, and I also joined the military at the age of 17. In 2000, I got a really good opportunity through the military to go to a civilian program to become a licensed practical nurse, and I did that for about 18 years before I finished up my degree with WGU. My name is Andrew Nagel. I'm a registered nurse with the Indianapolis VA, and I got my BSN from WGU. In the United States military, I was initially trained back in the 1990s. It was called a 91 Bravo, which was a combat medic. I served in everything from combat support hospitals to ambulance companies. I did a lot of instructing, and so that kind of brought me to 22 years, and after 22 years, I felt it was finally time to retire. Working at the Indianapolis VA as a registered nurse is outstanding. It's an amazing place to work. I kind of am specialized in that I follow congestive heart failure and COPD patients specifically. Working for veterans, taking care of veterans, working amongst veterans because a large portion of our working force is veteran also. You know, that as much as anything has kept me in touch with my former career in the military, and it's been wonderful. For me, the rewards have been being part of a team that goes out and gives vaccinations to patients who are stuck in their homes and can't get out to hospitals or clinics, and they are so thankful. I can walk into a veteran's home, and we may come from vastly different worlds. Our upbringings might be different, we might be from different parts of the country, but because we have both served our country, we have that commonality. And as a nurse, that can be a very powerful thing because it helps build that nurse-patient relationship. And they'll chat your ear off. I mean, they're just happy that you're there and so thankful that you brought this medication out to them that's gonna help them, save their life, hopefully. Now is a great time to be a nurse. You're gonna feel good about what you do at the end of the day because you're helping people who need help.
Once you've experienced the benefits of WGU's affordable, personalized approach to getting your degree online, it's natural to want to tell everyone you meet. Now, there's an easier way to let friends and family know about WGU. Refer a Friend is a platform that makes it easy to tell friends and family about the benefits of WGU and earn rewards. Sign up just once to get a personalized link that you can share with as many people as you want on blogs, emails, forums, and your favorite social media platforms. You can track how many people have checked out WGU from your link and earn cool WGU gear in the process. More referrals, more rewards, more convenient. Sign up today to Refer a Friend and help us change people's lives through education.
Live and online from the Orange County Convention Center, this is the 2022 Western Governors University Commencement in Orlando, Florida. This ceremony is for master's graduates. This is a live broadcast and will be available for replay on YouTube and WGU's website.
Good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 91st Commencement for Western Governors University. I'm Chancellor Ben Coulter, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Orlando. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our ceremony is being recorded and streamed over the internet. A special welcome to all our online viewers joining us across the country and around the world. At this time, I'd like to pause to recognize graduates affiliated with our nation's armed forces. Many of our military graduates here today have used military tuition assistance or the GI Bill benefits to help pay for their WGU degree. As a veteran who relied on my GI Bill benefits to pay for my master's and my doctoral degrees, I know firsthand the value of higher education and what it can do for post-service careers. Recognizing that November is National Veterans and Military Families Month, we also acknowledge all veterans in attendance at today's ceremony. Whether you're a guest, a family member, or a WGU employee, we thank you for your service. Now, if you're able, Now, as you're able, please stand for the processional and remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, see, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome, everyone. I'd like to thank Susan Altman of Jacksonville, Florida, for performing our national anthem. Great job. The daughter of two educators, Susan's passion has remained in the fields of music and education, where she has worked as a director of music in the Catholic Church for the last 35 years and has concurrently served as a music educator in public, charter, and Catholic school systems for more than 12 years. She currently teaches at Sacred Heart Catholic School and Holy Spirit Catholic School, which was recently awarded as a 2022 National Blue Ribbon School. Thank you, Susan. It is my distinct honor to convene the 91st Western Governors University Commencement. Please know that the safety of our graduates, guests, faculty, staff, and all attending or supporting this commencement is of utmost importance. We thank each and all of you for taking the precautions necessary to allow this event to occur and for us to do it safely. On behalf of the entire university and our Board of Trustees, we welcome our honored graduates and congratulate you on completing one of life's great achievements. Today is your day, graduates. It's a day to celebrate with your families and friends, all of those who have supported you along the way. I urge you to take full advantage of what this hard-earned degree offers to you and to your communities. You've worked diligently, many through a pandemic, in order to reach this milestone. Today, we congratulate you and celebrate you and the numerous challenges you have faced and overcome. You've worked hard and you've studied late, earning your degrees while keeping your commitments to your family and your job. Your time at WGU has prepared you for your next role and your next opportunity. You're now equipped to propel yourselves, your families, and your communities forward. And we know that you will be successful. You join only 13% of adults in the United States who hold a master's degree. Today, many of you are graduating with a family member. We offer special congratulations to those who are sharing this accomplishment with a loved one. WGU is grateful to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. As Ben mentioned earlier, we are especially proud to honor the military members who are graduating. We thank you for your service to our country. You may have noticed that our military graduates are proudly wearing red, white, and blue cords today to symbolize their service. We thank these brave individuals. Will you at this time please stand to be recognized? Also joining us today are many of our WGU faculty and staff. Please put your hands together to show your appreciation for the time and the dedication they put into their work. Thank you. I'd like to share some facts about today's graduating class. 37% of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. Your average age is 40, and the youngest of you is 20, and the oldest 76. 73% of you are women. The average time it took to earn a master's degree was 2 years and 11 months. 44 states are represented in the ceremony today. The state with the most graduates in attendance is Florida, with 531. Our graduate who traveled the farthest to join us for the ceremony today is from Guam. Thanks to all of you who traveled great distances to be here to celebrate with us today. You all worked diligently to reach an educational milestone that will change the course of your own history and influence future generations of your family. Thank you for allowing all of us at WGU to play a part in the fulfillment of your dream. It has truly been our honor. And now we have the honor of hearing from two of your fellow graduates. I'm delighted to introduce Seychella Olivier, Master of Business Administration from New York, and then we will hear immediately afterwards from Michelle Hilton, also earning a Bachelor of Business Administration from the great state of Florida. Please join me in welcoming first Seychella and then Michelle to the podium.
Good morning to all faculty, staff, instructors, program mentors, family, friends, and most importantly, to all graduates. Graduates, I would like to say that we did it, but we didn't just do it, we mastered it. Congratulations, all your hard work and sacrifices paid off. My name is Seychella Olivier. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my story with you all today. At this time, I would like all graduates to take a moment to turn to your family, friends, boss, or a faculty member who came to see you shine on your day, and tell your support system a big thank you. You would not be here today without some form of support. So together, we say, thank you. If someone couldn't make it today who supported you along the way, make it your duty to thank them at some point throughout the day. Personally, I would like to thank my higher power, God. I would also like to thank my best friend, Shanique Graham Tucker, my superhero, also known as my mother, Charmaine Dixon, and my incredible husband, Tarek Olivier. Those four individuals were my main support system, and I do not believe I would be here today without their support along my academic journey. So, I thank you all. I am originally from a small tropical island where most of you probably vacationed before, Jamaica. Yeah, man! I was born and raised on the island for a decade, and then I migrated to the United States when I was 10. Prior to migrating, I attended a primary school, and their motto was, only the best is good enough. And I have followed that motto throughout my life. During my time attending primary school, each year I would place academically first or second out of 25 children. I always thought I was lucky or just worked hard to get good grades. But reminiscing from an adult standpoint, I got those placements thanks to the support and leadership example from my mother. She always helped me with my homework. She stayed up late to ensure my projects were completed before their due date, paid tutors even when we didn't even have it in our budget, and she even parked outside in the shade in front of the school to help quiz me before I had a test each morning at school. Without that level of support and example of leadership from the start, I would not be standing here today. So thank you again, Mommy. From the age of 5, I was attracted to esprit de corps. I always wanted to be or do something bigger than myself. I knew I wanted to make a positive impact. From the age of 5, I also wanted to be a police officer, following the footsteps of my mother, as well as I also wanted to become a dentist too. I joined the armed services enlisting right out of high school, and I was commissioned as a United States signal officer 4 years later. Somehow, I felt at peace serving in the Army. The best of both worlds, I tell myself. Less than a year after my commission, I met my amazing and loving husband, who is also currently serving as a United States Army signal officer. I have been serving for a total of 9 years. Throughout my service, I have faced a lot of challenges as well as fears. In 2019, I was deployed overseas, and our base was hit by an indirect fire. This happens majority of the time, but I took it harder than others, since the IDF struck only 100 meters away from our bunks. The IDF landed along the same route I would normally take to conduct my nightly routine before lights out. Prior to that traumatic event, I did not want to continue my education. I did not want to challenge myself academically due to fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear that it would be too expensive, fear that I wouldn't be wise enough, and fear that I wouldn't have time. In an ironic way, I am thankful for that traumatic event, since it encouraged me to face my fears and give life my all, no matter what, whether it be academically, physically, and mentally, because only the best is good enough. If you give something your all, so what if you fail? It doesn't matter, because bottom line is, you tried. I diligently worked on my degree while having a full-time job, serving in a position one rank higher than my current grade, all while I was geographically separated from my spouse and struggling with depression. And here I am today with an MBA. I was serving as an information systems officer, which is equivalent to an IT manager position. Prior to starting that job, I was anxious. I thought I would fail because I didn't have the proper training required, or I feel as if I didn't or have skilled enough to accomplish the mission or job. With no prior or technical training and limited guidance, I still managed to successfully attain 100% operational readiness for my command, where the year previous, the operational readiness was at 0%. In addition, I completed many other additional duties, including successfully training more than 200 soldiers. There are many reasons why I thought I was successful in that role, but the biggest reason I will highlight was the help of my subordinates. Even though my knowledge and skill set for the job was minimal at the beginning of my experience, I always treated my staff with respect, transparency, and led by example. MBA programs of business, IT, health and nursing, and teaching. We have all accomplished mastering our field. But let us challenge ourselves to master leadership. Always take care of people, and they will always take care of you in return. A former professor, Stefan Patnaud, once said, "The person that you are and the temperament that you have will impact how the universe takes care of you. Remember, only the best is good enough." Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Michelle Hilton. And before I begin, I'd like to thank WGU for the incredible opportunity to speak today and share my story. This is dedicated to the memory of my mom and dad. As master's degree graduates, we've all worked incredibly hard to get to this moment in our journeys. We're transitioning from being considered a trained undergraduate to being viewed as a qualified expert in our fields. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm having some emotions about that, okay? Now that we've got this apparent authority, we're going to go out into the workforce and do great things. There's going to be some days that we sail through, others will be a little more difficult. Eventually, we're going to be asked to do something on the job that we've only ever performed during our coursework. We won't have our CIs or our mentor to reach out to for advice. Gosh, just saying that out loud is giving me heartburn. In those moments, panic is likely to set in. That's okay, I say let it. Maybe you'll be working on something at work and you just can't seem to get it right, and in that moment, frustration will set in. That's okay, I say let it. Now, we're not immune to anger either, we're just humans, so when that happens, let it in. I think we've all heard the adage that goes, you may not be able to control every situation, but you can control your reaction to it. Well, a few years ago, I learned the 30-second rule to quickly cope with these types of feelings. Using the 30-second rule, you allow yourself to feel that panic, lean into your frustration, and experience your annoyance for 30 seconds. Now, I've come to recognize that the pearls of wisdom evoking the greatest impact are those that we experience, compared to those that we learn reading a textbook or listening to a lecture. The most enduring lessons are the ones that we feel. I learned the 30-second rule by experience. I will never forget that day. We had just pulled up to see our new apartment after driving 28 hours. My phone rang and I saw it was my dad. But when I answered, I knew something was wrong. My dad told me that he was being admitted to the hospital and handed the phone to a doctor. I found out that my dad had begun to bleed from his lungs and that the doctors needed to intervene immediately to save him. They contacted me because I was his healthcare proxy, and they told me I should come home. Now, at the time, I'd been a nurse for over 10 years, and I knew that I was headed home to say goodbye. I called my little sister in Arizona and told her to meet me at Dad's in New York. Just 10 short days later, my sisters and I would lose our dad and become orphans. Now, thinking back to Valentine's Day 2019, my younger sister Sarah and I were with my dad when they took him off the ventilator. He struggled to be intentional with his breathing and concentrate on the inhale and the exhale. My dad was used to being in control, so this was really frustrating for him. For the first few days off of the ventilator, he was frequently dismayed by his situation, knowing that the outcome was completely out of his control and that his outcome was poor, or that his prognosis was poor. He was stubborn, angry, and even got a little bit mean. During one challenging moment when he felt frustrated and out of control, his entire demeanor had changed, like a switch had been flipped. His approach softened, and he seemed almost joyful. It was a sharp contrast from him swearing at the nurse and giving her the finger about 5 minutes ago. So I said, "Okay, Dad, what gives? Are you having memory issues or what?" And he just bellowed, 30 seconds at me. And then he said something I will never forget. He said, "Michelle, I'm dying. I know that I'm dying. I might have just a few days left. I'm upset that I'm just now recognizing how little time I have left and how much of my time I've wasted being upset over things I can't control." He said, "I'm putting a new rule in place." He said, "I'm not allowing myself any more than 30 seconds to feel these things from now until the end. Any more than 30 seconds is time wasted not enjoying my last moments alive with my kids. And you kids are more important to me than being angry." I felt that. Now, it took me a while to realize, but he had said the same thing that we've all heard a bunch of times. You may not be able to control every situation, but you can control your reaction to it. Dad had phrased it differently, but he gave me a practical way to use the advice. The poignancy of that situation filtered my perception and imprinted upon me an everlasting appreciation for the preciousness of time. I experienced a sensation of wisdom that comes only from a life lived. My dad gave me his best gift in his last days. Today, I pass my dad's gift along to you. In the coming weeks, as we celebrate the culmination of our master's degree and the beginning of new life stages, we will find ourselves in a sea of emotions. I challenge you to practice this 30-second rule. I encourage you to recognize the moments when you feel difficult emotions and thoughts and allow them no more than 30 seconds of your precious time. We all know that time flies. Michael Altschuler, renowned speaker, pointed out the good news is that we are the pilots. We determine our navigation and our approach. So let in that panic, that frustration, that anger, because in 30 seconds, it will all be a memory. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Seychella and Michelle, for sharing your stories with us. Seychella, your story of perseverance is like that of many here today in that you never gave up. I loved what you said about giving something your all and still failing. It doesn't matter because the bottom line is you tried. And you all absolutely mastered it. You are here honoring your achievements with us today. I also thank you and your husband for your service to this country. Congratulations to you both. Both of you are walking across the stage today to receive your degree. Michelle, we can all relate to the days we sail by and the days that present enormous challenges. We've all been there. The important thing is that we keep going and we push through those challenges. Now we all know that we can yell out 30 seconds and feel whatever we are dealing with and then move on. I'm certainly going to give it a try. Thank you both. And now I am delighted to introduce our commencement speaker, Damon John, an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur in every sense of the word. Damon has come a long way from taking out a $100,000 mortgage on his mother's house and moving his business operation into its basement. Damon is the CEO and founder of FUBU, a much celebrated global lifestyle brand, and a pioneer in the fashion industry with over $6 billion in product sales worldwide. Former President Barack Obama appointed Damon as a presidential ambassador for global entrepreneurship to harness his energy, ideas, and experience to help develop the next generation of entrepreneurs, both at home and abroad. Damon is an award-winning entrepreneur and has received hundreds of awards, including the Brand Week Marketer of the Year, Advertising Age Marketing 1000 Award for Outstanding Ad Campaign, Ernst & Young's New York Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and he was named number 2 on LinkedIn's Top 20 Voices. Most recently, Real Leaders magazine named him one of the top 50 keynote speakers in the world for 2022. His marketing strategies and ability to build successful brands has made him a highly influential consultant and motivational speaker today. His marketing firm, The Shark Group, offers advice on how to effectively communicate to consumers through innovative means and connects brands with the world's top celebrities for everything from endorsements to product extensions. Damon is also the author of 5 best-selling books, including his New York Times best-selling books, The Power of Broke and Rise and Grind. In March 2020, Damon released his 5th book, Power Shift. And finally, Damon is celebrating his 14th season on ABC TV's critically acclaimed business reality show Shark Tank by renowned producer Mark Burnett, which has reinvigorated in entrepreneurship throughout the world. Shark Tank has gone on to win 5 Emmys in the US, and millions of weekly viewers worldwide tune into the show as Damon demonstrates his marketing prowess and entrepreneurial insights. Please welcome Damon John.
Thank you. Where am I folding? Okay. Good morning. Thank you, Doctor. So first of all, I definitely want to thank everybody at WGU, all the faculty, staff, the professors. But more importantly, I want to thank and congratulate my fellow Sharks. You invested in yourself. Your family invested in you. To be a shark, and an entrepreneur, it's a team sport. There's no difference in me and you. The only difference is I have a camera on me all the time and I sit next to a really mean man named Kevin O'Leary. But you know what else we have in common? I'm a failure. I stand here as a failure. I got left back in school. I wasn't smart enough like you to go to college. We talked about how I borrowed on my mother's house $100,000, but I almost lost the house. I was homeless. I failed in my first 3 companies. I failed at opening FUBU the first 2 and 3 times. I wasn't smart enough like the reason why I almost lost the house, because I wasn't smart like you to understand how finance works. I failed at almost everything. I failed today trying to put the TAM on my head because my head is so big. But that is the key to success. And I believe that there are 3 pillars to success, and I'm not going to tell you anything new. I'm only going to reinforce what got you here. But I've seen this with every single person that has ever been successful. And I'm going to talk about those 3 keys. The 3 keys are knowing your why, setting goals, and then doing your homework. Very simple. You see, life is very simple to understand, extremely hard to execute. You want to lose weight? Eat less calories or burn more. Very simple to understand. You know, I lost 40 pounds in the last 7 months naturally. Now, I want to tell you something though. It was 15 false starts that I had over 5 years to do it. It's not that I lost the weight, it was that I was willing to do it again and attempt it again. It is never too late. And that's why I'm going to call you a bunch of failures too. You're a bunch of failures because you failed to listen to people that told you it was too late. How many people here, by a show of hands, prior to taking this journey, was told, you're wasting your time. Why would you ever do that? Are you kidding me? That's not going to get you anywhere. You're not smart enough to do that. It's too late. You failed to listen to them. So the 3 pillars of success, as I've shared with you, is very clear. It's number one, what is your why? Remember, there are only 2 things you'll ever control in life. It is the lens that you look at something through, and then the actions that you take. There's nothing else that you can control. But to know your why is very difficult, because often our why is what our parents told us success is what society told you success is. It's what everybody else told you success is, but you're the only one that knows what your real why is. Is it for my family? Is it for my kids? Is it to challenge myself? Is it to clean up the world? Is it to bring people together? What is your why? It is really critical to know your why. Because once you understand your why, then you can set the right goals. And after you set the right goals, you can do obviously what you've already done, your homework, to accomplish those goals. But if your why is wrong, well, then what are your goals going to be? And if your goals are not accurate, then how are you going to do your homework to execute those goals? And that is critical. You will always go back to your why, and you've done that because there have been nights that you were stressed. There have been times when you couldn't get over the curriculum because you just thought it was too hard and you had to change your way of thinking. There have been other things pulling at you. Your job, COVID, the news. I mean, you can't watch the news these days. Being indecisive at sometimes, wondering if it's worth it. Remember, life is really cruel teacher. She loves to give you the test first and the lesson later. So there is no prediction on where you're going to go. But as long as you have that why, you'll get there. And 2, your goals. You become what you think about most of the time. Every single person here has envisioned themselves in this seat with their loved ones around them with that cap on. You can't hit a target that you can't see. And unfortunately, we let other people set goals for us. You can't get the girl, you can't get the guy, you can't graduate, you can't create that business. I've never heard of that before, not in our family. That's not really what success is. You're gonna embarrass yourself, you're gonna embarrass us. And we become what we think about most of the time. I grew up with a lot of young men that were told that we were gonna be dead or in jail by 21. And they were dead or in jail by 21. They allowed others to set goals for them. The only way that you can prevent other people setting goals for you is to fill your mind with the goals of what you want to accomplish. And you did that. And how did you do that? Well, you didn't just think about it. You took inventory like a normal shark would, like a business person would. And your inventory was, how much time do I have on my hands? What am I willing to put in every week, every month, every year? Who are my family members or who are my friends that can help me and hold my hand through this challenging time? Remember, OPM is often said as other people's money. No, it's not. OPM is other people's mind power, manpower, mentors, learning off other people's mistakes. And that's what you've learned to master. And you did that by setting goals that you executed every single day. And that's what got you here. Now, let's talk about homework. Homework is not necessarily what the professors and what you have given yourself. Homework is understanding life. Homework is understanding that, yes, we're blessed. Every one of us that can make it here today have our health. But you wanted more out of life. And you thought that it was never too late. And you did your homework on how to execute it. Because learning is a lifelong journey. It's funny. About 2 years ago, my wife, I had a stalker. The stalker contacted me on my phone, my wife's parents. I don't even have her phone number, their phone numbers. My wife says to me, Damon, why don't you do something about this? You're famous. How does she get our number? There's got to be a service that, that hides all your information. I don't normally name drop, but I'm going to name drop just for 1 second. I said, honey, I don't know. Let me call up some people. I call up Catherine Zeta-Jones, Mark Cuban, and Pitbull. I call up Catherine. Now, by the way, I only had one stalker that year. Wasn't doing that well. I like to keep my stalkers between the blended average, 10 and 12% people. But I call up Catherine. Hey, she said, Michael and I, we can't get away from everybody. I mean, people do stalk you. I call up Cuban. Damon, that's part of it. And I called up Pitbull. You obviously, whatever the case is, can we get rid of him? And Pitbull said, Papo, that stalker's on the other line for me too. You never arrive. This is a milestone, and you should absolutely cherish this moment in your life, this milestone. And I am humbled and honored to be here only 1 week before we all give thanks to what we have. And I'm part of your little time here and a little part of your time in life. But you never arrive. I told my wife, honey, I didn't just become famous. Somebody said, now that you're a celebrity, here's what you get. You're going to be skinny the rest of your life, rich the rest of your life. You're going to have security. Nobody will ever bother you or stalk you or be able to get information on you. It's not reality. So I have to keep learning. By the way, remember how you used to look when you were 20 years old? Even if you were the best body in the world. It's not guaranteed. You have to keep doing your homework on how to improve yourself. Oh, by the way, you get a degree. Nothing else is guaranteed. You're going to have to apply what you know and what you have and have common sense at the same time and still wake up before everybody else and go to sleep after everybody else. That's nothing new to you. You've already been doing that for years. Oh, I hate to break it to you, when you get married, it's not necessarily happily ever after either. You have to work on that relationship. You have to work on your faith. It is about constantly doing your homework. You see, the worst possible phrase I believe that you can ever hear in the English language is, it's always been done that way. You're a woman, you're black, you're tall, you're short, you don't come from money, you're not educated, you are too old. It's never going to happen because it's always been done that way. Just comply. That's not you, because you did your homework. And those, I believe, are the 3 pillars of success. And those 3 pillars, if you keep those 3 pillars in your mind, you will continue to be successful. So I want to make sure that I thank all of you and congratulate all of you and your families and your friends and your loved ones for being failures, for being people who will never comply. You fail to listen to everybody else. You fail to let them set those goals for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. And as you do that, you fail to settle. And I never want to ever see any of you settle. You've gotten through the hardest times in history, to be very honest. You got baptized by fire, right? While the world was melting with so many social issues and COVID and various other things, you stayed the course. And you will continue to stay that course in success. And that's when your success is. It's going to always be in the dark. Who hunts in the dark? Sharks and night owls. We hunt in the dark so we can sleep in the day. Congratulations. Thank you so much for having me here, but more importantly, thank you for investing in yourself and being my fellow sharks, my fellow night owls. Go out and conquer the world. You've done so much, and may today be the lowest point of your life.
Thank you so much, Damon. I believe I speak for everyone here when I say that your message was not only moving, but inspiring. On behalf of all of us at WGU, thank you for being here with us today. And we will always remember it's not about the failing, it's about continuing to get up and keep going, and never quitting and never stopping. All right, now we will move on to Dr. Lucas Cavley, who will lead us in the conferral of degrees.
Thank you. We're going to have some fun. Dr. Issa, appreciate it. We will now recognize each of our master's degree graduates who wear a hood that bears the color of their discipline. Now, listen closely. This is the final assessment that you will have during your time at Western Governors University. Those of you who have studied long, those of you who have passed all your assessments, those of you who have completed a master's degree or an educator endorsement at WGU, will you please stand up if you are able? About 3 of you just received a not pass, so we'll see you later. No, I appreciate it. It's time to ceremoniously receive the conferral of your hard-earned degree. And it's upon the favorable recommendation of the faculty, the authority of the Board of Trustees, the member governors of Western Governors University vested in me that I hereby confer upon each of you the master's degree or the educator endorsement that you have earned. This includes the Master of Arts, those of you with the Master of Arts in Teaching, those of you with the Master of Business Administration, the Master of Education, the Master of Health Leadership, the Master of Science, the Master of Science in Nursing, or the educator endorsement with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations. And welcome to the community of innovative, bold, credible professionals. Please be seated for just a moment on this worst day of your life. The following leaders from each of our colleges will now invite the graduates to the stage for each of your moments in the spotlight. First, we have Dr. Victor Aloisa. He's the Vice President and Dean of the Business Programs at the College of Business. Dr. Janelle Sokolowicz, she's the Academic Vice President and the Dean of the Michael O. Levitt School of Health. Mr. Ashutosh Tiwari, he's Senior Vice President and Executive Dean for the College of Information Technology. And we'll have Dr. Stacy Ludwig Johnson, the recently appointed Senior Vice President and Executive Dean of the School of Education. Victor, the podium is yours, sir.
All right, the time has come. Will the graduates from the College of Business, Sharks and Business Transformers, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshal to be recognized individually.
Granger.
Jeremy Dunn.
Christine Bursley.
Tiffany Magdalena Rodriguez.
Travis Corbett.
Angela Cox.
Carrie Clark.
Teresa Phillips.
Ambrielle Armstead.
Jennifer Hall.
Catherine Purcell.
Elizabeth Little.
Peyton Preston.
Hannah Tuck.
Chelsea Gatewood.
Aaron Walker.
Giselle Ruffin.
Nancy Evolga.
Theshella Olivier.
Kirsten Danner.
Tariq Olivier.
Shelley Wheeler.
Brian Bennett.
Benjamin Maxwell.
Mindy Rosen.
Sharita Williams.
Moments in the spotlight, Mindy, not just moments.
Christine Tudisco Roberts.
Dieter Van Huysen James.
Elnora Hamilton.
LaKenya Brown Francis.
Terry Selleck.
Arisles Nodal.
Lydia Colon.
Balaba Chempasit.
Eric Capehart.
Jeremy Finley.
Casey Otto.
Niskaya Johnson.
Natalie Robayo.
Devin Crump.
Fernando Molina.
Jordan Calkins.
Charlotte Messacar.
Shermone Johnson.
Brittany King.
Maurice Randolph.
Ashley Beacom.
Heather Agostini.
Shelby Fawcett.
Nexie Williams.
Elizabeth Tilson.
Roger Jackson.
Christopher Huddleston.
Lori France.
Bradley Romine.
Delaney France.
Dolores Morales Davis.
Armando Manjares.
Vanessa Daniels.
Lindsay Fursky.
Harry O'Raya.
Jeanette Aiken.
Sydney Rios.
Rachel Mack Gomez.
Jacqueline Berry.
Brandon Wiggins.
Dawn A. Southworth.
Shamray Anderson Wiggins.
Darius Jenkins.
Latiqua Edmonds Arroyo.
Jordan Smith.
Michael Vaughn.
Anetta Woodruff.
Julia Burge.
Robert Bick.
Shanika Drysdale.
Simone Davis.
Brandy Fowler.
Brittany McDonald.
Monica Zuko.
Shelby Wisdom.
Noah Yoder.
Karen Hauser.
Gwinnett Robinson Morell.
Michael Jones.
Danielle Sims.
Samantha Alberti.
Jamie Antello.
Kelly Smith.
Joseph Swanson.
Karen Springer.
Adam Hunsucker.
Tracy Simons McClung.
Deborah Lisette Tracy.
Angela Dinicio.
Damie Van.
Lynn McGinley.
Jenny Gordon.
Matt Delaney.
Tabitha Barden.
Allison Kane.
Michelle Williams.
Philip III.
Nicole Turner.
Erica Tice.
Sean Clark.
Christine Cabanas.
Ali Lopez Saran.
Kimberly Champlin.
Glenn Cameron.
William Allen.
Losini Kamara.
Lisa Murphy.
Sheila Seitz.
Susan Cooper.
Danielle Venegas.
Ruby Jean Tortle.
Sandra Day.
Kristen Kidleska.
Sierra Price.
Bailey Holmes.
Barbara Gloka Toller.
Leslie Hitchcock.
Catherine Nolan.
Dalton Hitchcock.
Andrew Simmons.
Shamia Aquendo.
Almodesum Alimese.
Heidi Bean.
Alexandra Yogas.
Ali Savvy.
Princess King.
Addison Hassel.
John Green.
Larissa Davis.
Danielle Elizabeth Smith.
Kimberly Moore.
Evan Mingella.
Dante Hunter.
Amy Dickerson Bass.
Leah Yagatich.
Liam Barton.
Kendra Espinoza.
Ryan Hudson.
Darla Whaley.
Margaret Johnson.
Courtney Daniels.
David Quinney.
Jasmine Hoffman.
Gregory Sparks.
Carly Hazlett.
Jameen Duran.
Jessica Perez.
Christina O'Neill.
Serena Greenway.
Ernest Roundtree.
Jason Walker.
Madison Wright.
Asa McDonald.
Monisha Maria Kumar.
Erica Calderon.
Linda Felberg.
Jacqueline McKenzie.
Scott Eckert.
Eliezer Yev.
Christina Lytle.
Benjamin Sellers.
Alex Hernandez Mendoza.
Lisa Anthony.
Autumn Israel.
Esther Lully.
Kathleen Conkey.
Clifford Davis.
Matthew Hershed.
Izzy Singletary.
Marianne Nye Sisson.
Michelle Potter.
Megan Spires.
Cassandra Kelly.
Heidi Wassam.
Christina Tenney.
Christy Scott.
Tammy B. Simmons.
Lisette Brevely.
Shannon Slattery.
Ryan McDonough.
Dana Benazar.
Angelo Fernandez.
Donnell Wilcox.
Hannah Norman.
Lona Reshma Mendona.
Brittany Keel.
Allison Alvarez.
Rainey Clark.
Felicia Shepard.
Victorino Supan II.
Christopher Parishtalk.
Jenna Aline.
Bianca Sendejo.
Jethro Art Gadula.
Bonnie Grubbs.
Andrew Berry.
Danielle Baker.
Carrie Driscoll.
Donna Perrine.
Dominique Simon.
Amanda Sweatman.
Sam Lee.
Leslie Riley.
Stephanie Kunkel.
Lakeisha Underwood.
Jeanette Adams.
Kimberly McMillan.
Jeffrey Mills.
Tara Brown.
Jade Bradford.
Angela Ben Masood.
Nurhan Leroy.
Kevin Miller.
Nercel Oiluda.
Andrea Robinson.
Jonathan Kent.
Edward Maldonado.
Michelle LeBron.
Marie Jarrell.
Janae Smith.
Lindsay Kleinen.
Carmen Figueroa Catala.
Mark Buchanan.
Tyree Dean.
Miss Hill Chiluan.
Ita Stabley.
Japal Johnson.
Emily Barnard.
Brittany Brinson.
Tiffany Wakefield.
Julene Vanastrand.
Femi Adaramuye.
Clarabelle Reyes.
Tanya Fields Bedford.
Dale Katz.
Mark Munson.
Marcus Augustine Ruida Maze.
Shamel Meggett.
Cindy De La Riva.
Alfred Meggett.
Nina Sinatra.
Hallie Sanders.
Hemany Pant.
Nicole Warren.
Jose Campos.
Carrie Tompkins.
Omar Coromines.
Fernando Gutierrez.
Emily Christie.
Muhammad Khan.
Alexis Noyes.
Nala Noureddine.
Jude Kebe.
Stacy Nicole Mouch Delaney.
Jonathan Lang.
Bobby Leanne Cruz.
Bethany Mason.
Bernice McMillan.
Shenan Shi.
Harley Allward.
Sandy Nguyen.
Kania Benitez.
Jessica Larracanente Velasquez.
Hugo Gomez.
Avage Howard.
Pedro Lima Neto.
Nartisha Leha.
Benjamin Samuel Cuddy.
Kadian Carr.
Sylvia Castillo.
Bernard Smith Jr.
Gary Montalto.
Finney Raju.
Jasma Turner. Alice Hunter Boyd III. Sabrina Marie Leslie. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's College of Business.
You look great.
Oh, great. School of Health, it's our turn. I apologize, I'm losing my voice. I am so extraordinarily proud of all the health professionals graduating today, as you will be leaders in advancing the health of the nation. Will the graduates from the Michael O. Levitt School of Health, starting with the first row, please come forward at the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Who's bumping? Are you bumping? Who's bumping? One of the two of you.
Megan Thorne.
Okay, every time I'm out,
Yvonne Ellison.
Adrian Richards.
Annie Mai Leeson.
Glenna Hovermail.
Jerry Terry.
Stacy Collins.
Isaiah Maggetto.
Kayla Staten.
Mary Musa.
Morgan Boyd.
Michelle Herfindahl.
Jessica Bonin.
Jill Roy.
Vinny Matthews.
Jennifer McConnell.
Jennifer McNutt.
Jennifer Foscolos.
Christina Taylor.
Jessica Snyder.
Lisa Wolf.
Hedda Gay Thompson.
Destiny Glab.
Robin DiLorenzo.
Myrna Bro Scott.
Jose Ura.
Paula Linville.
Tracy Bolin.
Paul Kariuki.
Angela Renee McFatridge.
Pamela Hiker.
Sandra Dortch.
Samantha Foley.
Lucinda Wilmoth Ballin.
Jamila Richardson.
Darlene Murdoch.
Marilyn Camp.
Angela Beard.
Hillary Klebe.
Melissa Ann Kerr.
Tracy Wells.
Tanya Daniel.
Makima Massey.
Lisa Pittman.
Nicole Bayview.
Idia Vincent.
Karen Sparnan and Brady.
Jessica Brown Francis.
Shelby Talbot.
Susan Leanne Bradley.
Andrea Barragon.
Jennifer Sin.
Michelle Schmeeding.
Isabella Yates.
Roshana Keller.
Nicole Woods.
Christina Verley.
Cynthia Snook.
Leslie Ann Ellington.
Molly Horgan.
Tiffany Quinones.
Aubrey Carberry.
Danielle Mellon.
Alicia White.
Jara Reynolds.
Ryan Gallegos.
Kelly Potts.
Chelsea Dixon.
Kimberly Butler.
Heather Murch.
Jennifer Charles Stepp.
Phyllis McWhorter.
Heather Gilbreth.
Root Tay Sisse.
Matthew Walters.
Amon Younger.
Amber Pastva.
Grace Griffin.
Amber Seymour.
Rosemary Gatheyu.
Nora Lisa Silva.
Julie Gracu.
Regina Gibson.
Amanda Garrison.
Naima Stevens.
Megan Watts.
Dana Venable.
Cheryl Snyder.
Aaron Zeal.
Edward Corica.
Ashley Combs.
Stephanie Covington.
Stephen Combs.
Christine Holder.
Jeanette Curran.
Allison Thompson.
Karen Torrey.
Annie Laura Smith.
Deborah Kahaku.
Emily Culpepper.
Adriana Dratner Baran.
Melissa Culpepper.
Sarah Larry Evier.
Heather Sinistera Haldy.
Melissa Knoll.
Amy Marie Lamb.
Yvonne Richard.
Jacqueline Wasco.
Angela Gail Torres.
Brittany Forgy.
Daphne Hodges.
Rachel Carigi.
Michelle Hilton.
Kelsey Jackson.
Tammy Widener.
Claire Young Anderson.
Angela Calicut.
Tracy Packheiser.
Victoria Jackson.
Lindsay Croson.
Carrie Ann Caravan Summers.
Ojisala Okoko.
Sophia Germaine Legros.
Sarah Mead Smith.
Laura Gibson.
Sydney Mead Smith.
Monica Sharma.
Andrea Chivers.
Tanisha Robinson.
Shelley Schrader.
Lashandra Robinson Spears.
Tracy Gibson.
Suzette Herbie.
Kristen Dotson.
Amanda Buckingham.
Edith Gonzalez.
Anna Guerrero.
Christina Jackson.
Marjorie Chang.
Harmonique Georges.
Courtney Cross.
Laura Vargas.
Jamie Lyman.
Amy Marshall.
Dana Major.
Anisha Britton.
Tasha Charles.
Tony Andrews.
Harry Caligari.
Amanda Stanfield.
DeAndrea Thomas.
Crystal Wright.
Angelica Kranska Hernandez.
Monica Timelsina.
Holly Geddick.
Angela Johnson.
Elena Pasqua.
Deshunda Cherie Grant.
Michelle Marengo.
Amanda O'Connor.
Dawn Garland.
Carla Nelson.
Megan Dos Santos.
Natalia Sos.
Raina Knight Harris.
Leah Atkinson.
Lamari M. Velez.
Whitney Chase.
Erica Hart.
Sabrina Williams.
Tonere Christofferson.
Alicia Wilcox.
Mary Gerdorje.
Ifoma Ojike.
Sherry Johnson.
Tracy Sadler.
Haley Phillips.
Georgina Cerillion.
Myrna Elizabeth Gomez Huerta.
Brenda Bradley.
Jose Cabarle.
Jessica Siebold.
Lindsay Clark.
Cheryl Ortiz Douthat.
Shayna Halliday.
Sarah Hart.
Amanda Newton.
Yasmin Sterling.
Andrea Mabin.
Carlotta Rivers.
Courtney Walker.
Bonnie Rigsby.
Anna Del Reyes.
Christy Scott.
Madeline Vasquez.
Denise Romeo.
Madeline Morales.
Charity Muswigwa.
Daniel Carpenter.
Keneal Dennis.
Chantel Sandy.
Talithia Graham.
Nicola Cornwall.
Rosa Mejia Perez.
Brianne Bohannon.
Sherry Scarpello.
Makisha Sanchez. Jessica Aguero. Congratulations to all of the graduates of WGU's Michael O'Levitt School of Health.
Good afternoon. Or is it good morning? Will the master's graduates of the College of Information Technology who are ready to go out and change the world, please rise and come up to the stage to be recognized individually. Thank you.
I got to shake.
Sean Peterkin.
Dustin Pefle.
Nicole Williams.
Seth Sneddon.
Kinsey Reeves.
Paul Tinkelman.
Nilesh Kumba.
David Williamson.
Jeremy Small.
Cheryl Coleman.
Benjamin Hubbard.
Dalila Talby.
Amy Black.
Wyatt Wilkerson.
Jumail Hall.
Shannon Orr.
Zachary Claywell.
Eric Johnson. Gum.
Jamart Hill.
Kevin Grimes.
Dominic Summerlin.
Justin Jordan.
Christopher Rain.
Brian Scott.
Jeremy Smith.
Joshua Webb.
Christopher Sorge.
Johnson Ono.
Jonathan Diaz.
Einstein Espinal.
Daniel Lundberg.
Kamari Little.
Brian Dumeyer.
Jermil Ware.
Laura Bernhardt.
Dorcas Aquino.
Bilal Khan.
Carlos Camejo.
Osvaldo Lopez Diaz.
Yahaya Anjakanli.
David Williams.
Prince Ofori.
Craig Henrik.
Chase Degadu.
And Quinetta Scott.
Derek O'Toole.
Rayappa Bankapoor.
Seth Giles.
Abraham Brown.
Samson Lytle.
Gregory Brown.
Amy Barubi.
John Lind.
Marco Tarico.
Jose Acosta.
Badi Masia.
Gretel Paranzini Predette.
Alvin Wallace Jr.
McNeely Royal.
Kenneth Chamberlain Jr.
Scott Sinclair.
James Lukey.
Nicole Palmieri.
Alberto Garcia.
David Woodfin.
Mubin Sakib.
Elson Matthew.
George Bragg.
Zachary Marshall.
Casey Chad Salvador.
Cynthia Taylor.
Roberta Martinez.
Carlos Mendez de Oliveira.
Amy Shore.
Bezawit Tekla Michael.
Edgar Lands.
Rodrigo Palma.
Stefan Bagnato.
Romaine Price.
Karen Wilson.
James Moore Golden.
Herbert Reedy.
Ahizoje Une.
Shrija and Pili Srikumar.
Anthony Amos.
Teresa Mina.
Rashad Reiser.
Christine Conklin.
Anuj Sridharan.
Hector Ramos.
Brian Campbell.
Raymond Vega.
Oluwathasan Orowojobi.
Monica Sandoval.
Angel Quinones Rodriguez.
Daniel Ward.
John Ann Amazon.
Davir Walters.
Ori McIntosh.
Jacob John Whitworth.
Alex Rodriguez.
Chika Ajukwu.
Rekik Tesfaye.
Natasha Nicole Farrow. Jesse Fisher. Cedric Lawrence. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU's College of Information Technology.
WGU's School of Education. Are you awake out there? I cannot imagine a better way to wrap up this commencement and National Education Week than representing and graduating 309 graduates today. It's estimated that every single one of you will touch at least 3,000 students during your career. And you put that together, that's 927,000 young lives that you're going to impact, just of those walking today. This is the largest school of education in the nation, and you're walking into the ranks of over 79,000 graduates as of this weekend. So thank you. We appreciate what you're going to do to change our country, and we are so proud of you. So for all of you, I think you've already come forward, but we're about to recognize you and congratulate you on your master's degrees. Thank you.
Jocelyn Johnson.
Erica St. Victor.
It's hard to be number one.
Ikra Khan.
Brooke Bearden Nix.
Drew Looper.
Kelly Butterfield.
Tammy Barnett.
Danette Masters.
Ronovan Spencer.
Jeanette Bakley.
Beatrice Romero.
Sherry Besnight. Ashley Henderson.
Nicole Thompson.
Jamie Marshall Torres.
Cara Long.
Morgan Fulmer.
Ariana Keaton.
Hera DiGiorgio.
Ashley Edge.
Tracy Ingram Hall.
Helena Lewis Chaplain.
Jessica Logan.
Eugenia Call.
Emily Peitzik.
Alyssa Goff.
Amy Faraci.
Erica Ellingson.
Catherine George.
Bethany Norman.
Carmelita Durham.
Arlene Pagan Iraola.
Misty Naran.
Catherine Mary Rand.
Sule Iglesias.
Rebecca Fennell.
Josh Wooten.
Rose Saliger.
Jessica Ricketts.
Shanice Harris.
Jamie Liesenfeld.
Carrie Kinkle.
Natia Harris Tillman.
Sandy Livesey.
Alicia Pittman.
Charmaine Humphrey.
Regina Edward.
Teresa Larson.
Nairi Grant.
Brittany Miller.
Michelle Dunphy.
Sophia Krupa.
Adrian Blackwell.
Austin Ladd.
Brittany Young.
You can dance the whole way off, Austin. I think you should.
Frank Parker.
Emily Laverne.
Eileen Stevens.
Kirsty Simler.
Katie Shank.
Benjamin Chirk.
Laura Rodriguez.
Morgan Shrestha.
Zachary Clay Leeson.
Yolanda Carrera Henry.
Allison McIrvin.
Michelle Sparks.
Tracy Sansiri.
Rose Valente.
Paula Mangum.
Yalitza Benitez.
Stephen Thunderwhite.
Imani Bailey.
Pamela McLeod.
Christy Pickett.
Nicole Kuiper.
Jessica Roberts.
Riley Martin.
Paula Finn.
Michelle Davidson.
Amaretta Kiania Sugar Georgia Hudson.
Barbara Faulkner.
Sarah Hinkie.
Cynthia Kang Ni.
Taylor Cucci.
Marie Murray.
Jennifer McGowan.
Rixie D. Dillard II.
Crystal Resendez.
Rachel Davis.
John Hennon.
Violet Quinn.
Catherine Taylor.
Ariana Carraza.
Amber Capehart.
Thank you for giving blood. I told you. Oh, God bless you all.
Terrell Crump. Congratulations to all the graduates from WGU School of Education.
Congratulations, graduates. Now I am delighted to introduce Rob Berg, who is representing our growing alumni community. In 2015, Rob completed his master's degree in management and leadership at WGU. Since graduating, Rob has continued his impressive career in the insurance field, where he advises many of the nation's leading insurance companies and their executives. He's a certified coach, a published author, and a principal and director at Kerr & Knight, a successful consulting firm headquartered in Santa Monica, California. And this year, Rob was recognized as a 2022 WGU Distinguished Graduate. Rob will represent our alumni with a brief message. Welcome, Rob.
Thank you, and good morning. We're still in morning. Good morning, WGU graduates. On behalf of the more than 300,000 WGU alumni worldwide, I welcome you to our Alumni Association. It's a thrill for me to be here joining with all of you at this commencement during WGU's 25th anniversary year. You know, 7 years ago I was graduating and continuing my work in the insurance technology and operations field. I've had many opportunities to reflect on how WGU has made me a more effective leader. WGU provided an enriching and engaging student experience for me, and I'm happy to share that my learning and engagement with the university didn't stop when I graduated. And my hope is that that's the case for you too. After all, we're night owls for life, right? So I invite you to stay engaged with the many benefits WGU has to offer through the WGU Alumni Association, including free learning resources, career coaching, benefits, and much more. So visit wgu.edu/alumni to stay engaged. Congratulations, Night Owls, and I'll see all of you in the Alumni Network. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. I'd like to take this moment to recognize and thank the graduates who are wearing blue and gold philanthropy cords today for their generosity and support of other students and WGU's Fellow Night Owl Scholarship. Philanthropy cords are not only a physical symbol of a graduate's commitment to WGU, they also support a legacy that will last for generations to come. Thanks to the incredible support of these alumni and thousands of alumni before them, nearly $225,000 has been raised for the Fellow Night Owl Scholarship, and we have helped more than 180 students cross the finish line to graduation. Thank you for your support in helping your fellow Night Owls succeed. For many of you, earning your diploma is the fulfillment of a lifelong goal. The degree that you have earned at WGU will create new pathways of opportunity. But it is important to remember that commencement is not the end. Today's commencement represents your new beginning. Whatever you choose to do, believe that you will do it well and great things will follow. As you continue your journey, I encourage you to support others who are also pursuing their dreams. As we close today, I hope you will take a moment to reflect on the pride you felt during this ceremony as you step out into your new beginning. Thank you for letting us be a part of your education journey. As of this weekend, we are now celebrating one more WGU milestone. We have reached 300,000 graduates since beginning 25 years ago. Thank you for being part of this milestone. As you celebrate, please share your excitement on social media using the hashtag WGUGrad. This concludes our ceremony. Thanks to all of you for joining us.
microphone in? Yeah, you guys okay with that? Sure. Can't go out of order now. Must stick to the order. Yep. We're programmed now. Play the same bass line 8 minutes.